Facebook is live.
I'm on the internet.
Alright.
But I have to do I have to sit here quietly because you have to introduce me?
Yes. Hold on.
Well, welcome to Facebook, everybody that's on Facebook. I'm not officially here yet. I'm waiting.
Oh my gosh.
What?
This won't do the thing.
The
Copy.
internet. Turns out it's hard. Go figure, you know? Computers, phones. We're all trapped in our houses, learning to use new technology every day. We planned on doing this over a whole bunch of different different platforms this evening, but we can't figure out how to use the thing that does it. So now we're using our standard method, which is a whole bunch of phones. We're also going to incorporate a computer this evening to attempt to also go live on YouTube at the same time. But
This won't copy and paste.
I'm sorry.
Well, that one doesn't get it. You just have to talk about it.
Maybe we can put it on from the what's that guy? The iPad. Yeah.
No.
Nope. Okay. Well, so I'm in there.
I can try.
Whatever.
I can try.
We're all here. It's Saturday night. You know.
Let's see if this works.
Let's also see if we can make YouTube become a thing. Are we live in the YouTube?
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh wow, we're live. Cool. Now can we put the comment thing there? All right. I'm on all these things.
All right. I'll comment on there in a minute.
All right. Cool. Blair, you wanna do your thing that you do?
Hi. Okay, fine. I'll go over here. I don't know how to do it here and here. Okay, hi. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Blair Clark, sometimes known as Blair Pope, from Live and in Sweatpants. Just a quick update today. I was putting Frankie to bed tonight, and I was singing to her as I always do, and she looked up at me and said, "Be quiet." And that was how my night is going so far. So, without further ado, here's Ron Pope with Live and in Sweatpants!
Ow! Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that kind introduction. So for our friends on YouTube, oh, is this working? It's working. We're on YouTube now too. So hello everyone on YouTube, hello Instagram, hello Facebook. We got 3 platforms working.
Ugh.
So Blair's gonna put some stuff in the comments. I'm gonna start by playing, I got a request for this earlier today, so I'm gonna play this song, but please send requests for songs that you wanna hear tonight. And welcome to Live and in Sweatpants. First night I should have left you before I shut my eyes. I prayed to God I'd wake up somewhere else. When the morning came to find me, you were sleeping there beside me. Wonder if this nightmare ever ends. Was left wide open, and the neighbors, they were smoking in the afternoon to pass away the time. And you looked at me so cold, said this house is not my own. Wish you knew how true that felt most nights. Is it bitterness or sympathy that keeps you standing here with me? I'm not sure how much more I can take. 'Cause I have sacrificed my peace of mind to sit here with you wasting time. And now I think I'd like to walk away. We're standing in Ohio on the 28th of March with a guitar and a suitcase in my hands. And when the wind had stole my cap, Lord, all I could do was laugh and thank the stars I'm still a drinking man. 'Cause I have sacrificed my peace of mind to sit here with you wasting time. Now I think I'd like to walk away. I was walking in a graveyard where no one that I know rests, thinking maybe I could clear my head. And on the cemetery breeze, I heard a song about belief, a song with a thunder I can't understand. Is it bitterness or sympathy that keeps you standing here with me? I'm not sure how much more I can take, 'cause I have sacrificed my peace of mind to sit here with you wasting time. Now I think I'd like to walk away. Thank you. So that is Bitterness or Sympathy, which is on my Atlanta album. For those of you who don't know, this is the 9th, right?
Does that look like it's still going?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is still going.
Okay.
So Bitterness or Sympathy is on my Atlanta album. So for those of you who don't know, this is our 9th of these live and in Sweatpants shows. We're doing them on Facebook Live, we're doing them on Instagram, and now we're on YouTube as well. We appreciate you hanging out with us on Saturday nights. I know that you can't go out, and so you have no choice, but you could have picked something else on the internet. Game of Thrones is still on television. You could still turn that on at any time. Really anything you want. You can watch The Sopranos right now, so I appreciate you not doing that and instead doing this. But these are free shows, but if you feel like supporting us, you can buy merch on my website. We've been selling a lot of these mugs. We got the My Wildest Dreams mugs about the song. They say you're better than my wildest dreams on these coffee mugs. And so we've been selling a lot of those. So check out the link to the merch. There's also all my albums on vinyl. I encourage you to get them. I signed some this week, so if you want to order some signed ones, or if you want to buy a ticket, my PayPal and my Venmo, they're there. So check that stuff out. Free show though, so no pressure on that. It's Saturday night. So here's to you. If everybody, whoever is having a drink, let me know in the comments what you're sipping on this evening. That is Bullet Bourbon and Ice. Let's see. I got a request for this one. I'll give it a shot. She was born in Virginia. She packed her bags and came here. I met her out in the city. It was December last year. She took me home to her apartment. She made me sleep on the couch. At least that first couple hours. I'm sure she figured me out. And her lips were as sweet as Texas wild wildflower honey. She loved me hard. Whenever she laid me down, and I swear that I burned, 'cause she set me on fire. Always cutting me deep, she was making me bleed. Texas wildflower honey. She took to wearing my jacket, 'cause that winter was cold, and I could still smell her perfume. Like she's holding me close, and people ask if I miss her. I tell them it's hard to say, 'cause we weren't made for forever, but we were perfect that way. Her lips were sweet, Texas wildflower honey. She loved me hard. Whenever she laid me down, and I swear that I burned, 'cause she set me on fire. Always cutting me deep, she was making me bleed. Texas wildflower honey. Her lips were sweet, it's Texas wildflower honey. She loved me hard. Whenever she laid me down, and I swear that I burned, 'cause she set me on fire. Always cutting me deep, she was making me bleed. Texas wildflower honey. Always cutting me deep, she was making me bleed. Texas wildflower honey. Thank you. That is Texas Wildflower Honey, which is on the Complete Work album. What do they call that? Work, the Complete Collection. So it's Saturday night. So we've been, every day is kind of, for me, kind of like Groundhog Day right now. We go on long walks. We've been going on long walks, staying away from everyone, but going on long walks. And we've been feeding the ducks because... What?
Is that better? Is everybody on Instagram?
Yeah, we've been feeding the ducks, which has been fun. Have you been working on any new tracks? Hell no, I'm not working on any new tracks. I put out a record 3 weeks ago. No! I might never work on any new music ever again. last time I put out a record, there was a tornado, and then a plague. Like, if the locusts show up, you guys should all come, like, maybe just quit me. I don't know, man. This is wild. No, so yeah, no, I mean, I just put out a new record, called Bone Structure,
I'll link it.
3 weeks ago or something like that. It just came out. So
Yeah.
no, I'm not working on anything new. I may never write another song again. Who knows? I feel that way every time we finish a record. I feel that way. I'm like, what? How in the world would I ever do this again? This is it's so hard. I cannot tell you how hard it is for me. And every time we make a record, it gets harder because we're always trying to beat the last one, you know. And in general, like it is, you know, at this point, I'm of the opinion that like I only want to make a record if I think, or I only want to put out stuff if I think that what we have is like the best collection of songs we've ever done. If I think it's like the best thing yet, and so it's hard to do that after, you know, the 16 years now of making records. I didn't bring my coaster over here.
I'll get you one.
Thank you. I just realized I was just putting this drink on my piano without a coaster, like a monster. And so, anyway, one of the things I was going to say was last week a bunch of people sent in good questions, and I started to answer a few of them. So send in some questions. I'll try to answer them.
Somebody did ask if we saw turtles today.
We did see turtles today. Actually, we really did. We saw some turtles at the park, and my daughter is really into turtles. Our daughter is really into turtles right now. She's having a real turtle phase.
Somebody requested that you play Cocaine.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know that one.
There's a few other songs that say Cocaine.
I saw this one. This is one I know, so. I wanna kiss you till your suntan ends and the snow falls hard. I wanna come to you if I get out of jail. I wanna drink with all your cousins even though they are insane. Wanna call them up and ask them to post bail. If we got everything we want, we can just want something else. If we found out this house was haunted, but we're not moving now. And if I sound just like my father, well, you figured me out. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. I wanna treat you in the way I wish that you would treat yourself. I wanna sink my teeth into all your desires. I wanna scream and fight and love all night, then wake up with a smile. I wanna touch you cause you're soft, but you are wild. And we got everything we want, we can just want something else. If we found out this house was haunted, well, we're not moving now. And if I sound just like my father, well, you figured me out. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. I wanna show you everything that I've been keeping to myself. I wanna let you see the ugly parts I hide. I wanna carry you when you are scared to take another step. I wanna sleep beside you like a peaceful child. If we got everything we want, we can just want something else. If we found out this house was haunted, well, we're not moving now. And if I sound just like my father, well, you figured me out. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. That is Stick Around. That is also from the work Complete. Is it Complete Edition? Is that what it's called?
It's called The Complete Collection.
The Complete
But it's
Collection.
on the original work, but yes.
That's also on work? That's
Yeah.
the whole that's on the album Work, which you can get on vinyl on my website. We're putting links to the merch. I've been telling everybody this on these shows if you're new to them. If you're looking to support artists, if you buy a record on vinyl, that is the equivalent of monetarily of roughly if you stream the album, you'd have to stream it more than 500 times all the way through to equal the contribution that you make to an artist when you buy a record on vinyl. And so that is why I'm always telling people to buy the records. Also, by the way, while we're here, we have some of these sweatshirts. Can everyone see these? And they've got like a little circle with like a little plant in them, and they say RP. They're gray sweatshirts.
You know what that is?
What?
It's a cinnamon plant.
It's a cinnamon plant?
Yeah.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever because they have that song called Cinnamon. Aha. But anyway, we have some of these. We have them in a few sizes left.
Lots of sizes.
Oh, good. We have these in some sizes. Cool. So we have those sweatshirts because people are asking about different sizes of sweatshirts. We have those on the website right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're running low on the moon sweatshirts.
Yeah, we're running low on moon sweatshirts. We have some of these cinnamon sweatshirts. That's clever. I never noticed that.
Well, most people don't know what a cinnamon plant looks like.
Yeah, I just know like the stick that you put in your seasonal beverages. Like that's
Yeah.
Has anybody sent any interesting questions that you can see? I have to like lean
Jeez,
over.
I keep going back and forth. There's so many.
What is your favorite venue to watch me perform at? Jeez.
I know. Well, I was in the middle of answering that, and honestly, it could be Union Chapels.
Union Chapel in London.
It's
Yes.
so beautiful.
So Blair said her favorite venue to see me at is Union Chapel in London, which is like a beautiful, very old church that is a music venue, and it's just really like lovely. I've played there a few times over the years. I was supposed to be playing there in 2 weeks, but the tour is canceled, obviously. And so so that's I think my favorite venue to play. That is my favorite venue to play acoustic at, like playing solo there is really beautiful because it's just this beautiful old church and it's like lovely acoustics. But I really like with the band, I really like to play at Bowery Ballroom in New York because it's like for me it's the right size where it gets really, it's a great place to see a show. First of all, it's like the room is constructed very well. There's a lot of good lines of sight for the fans, and it's the right size so that we end up making it really full, and so it's just like a really fun, energetic, sweaty kind of thing. But I also I gotta tell you, I have really taken to this sitting in my living room playing in my pajamas thing recently. This is becoming my favorite venue very quickly. It helps that I can't go to any other ones, but you know what? This is my local now, so welcome. This is cheers, if you will, where everyone knows your name. Because I can see all your names in the comments, to be fair. So.
Somebody asked on Facebook for you to play the first song you ever wrote me. Do you remember what that was?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I can play it, though.
I know.
Without
I
practicing.
was just asking if you remembered.
Let's keep me warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I will play one of the first ones. This is one, I saw a request for this earlier today. Somebody said, play the first song you wrote, Blair, which I don't know how to play off the top of my head, but I do know how to play this one. And so this is Headlights on the Highway from my first solo album, Daylight. And so this is one of the first ones. I feel like, wow. This is. We were talking about this today. So like some of this story is about 13 years old now, which is crazy. It's like old enough that it would know like really complicated math, like much more math than I know. The headlights on the highway at night help me understand. Whatever it is you need, I pray I am. You wear nothing but a smile and nervous laughter. Spend evenings in your dark blue cotton sheets. headlights on the highway could not help me understand. Whatever it is you need, I pray I am. With my fingertips I trace on your bare skin all of the things I'd like to say but cannot speak. You mean everything, they're not quite words enough to tell you all the things that you've become for me. And the headlights on the highway could not help me understand. Whatever it is you need, I pray I am. And I don't need no secrets, I gave up on lies. But if it's gonna rain, I'd rather know than be caught blind. Headlights on the highway could not help me understand. Whatever it is you need, I pray I am. And the headlights on the highway could not help me understand. Whatever it is you need, I pray I am. Thank you. So that is Headlights on the Highway, which is from my first solo album, Daylight.
People are talking about how they love the song and think of the "Don't Blame Me When You're Mr. On Pope" story.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good story. That is the absolute truth. Don't blame me.
Oh wow, people from Norway are on.
Hello. Well, it's very late there. Thanks for staying
It's
up.
3 a.m.
Thanks for staying up late, Norway. Wish I was coming to see you. Random fact: when we are in Norway, when we're in Oslo, we almost always eat Vietnamese food, Thai food. It's like by chance. It's just there's some place that's near where we always are, and so we always end up at this spot because it like happens to be open late, and we I don't
There's
know.
also a taco place that's open late.
Yeah, that's true. That's like that's a funny thing. There's about traveling around the world as a musician. It's like we don't always get to eat at normal times. So like the places that I know in a lot of cities, it's like what's open really late, or like where can you get a sandwich at a weird time of the day. It's like a lot of that. Are any other fun questions come in?
Fun ones. Let's see.
While she's looking for that, I want to mention our friends at Second Harvest Food Bank are helping to feed kids who usually get free and reduced price lunches at school. Since school is not happening, they're helping those kids and their families. No kid should go hungry. So check out the Second Harvest Food Bank. We'll put a link for them because they're helping kids and their families, and that I think that's important. These are crazy times.
Well, you already answered this, but what kind of bourbon? Say it
It's
again.
Bullet Bourbon.
Bullet bourbon. Somebody asked where did you eat when you were in Albuquerque?
When I was in Albuquerque, I went out with Sean. We have a friend who lives there. I think they were eating some sort of noodle soup, I feel like, or some. I don't remember what sort of noodle soup, but we met them somewhere near where we played in Albuquerque. But I'm not sure. Okay, what else we got? Anybody else got any other questions? The dog's gonna knock over stuff. What do I do?
Oh no.
Oh no.
You got her.
Our dog is very old, and when am I coming back to Brooklyn or New York? I don't know. I don't know when anybody's going anywhere. So we'll see. I would like to be going everywhere. But just like you, I got to stay home. I had a European tour that was supposed to start in 2 weeks. That is canceled, and I don't know. You know, we know just the same amount that you do about that. Somebody asked if I have any advice for songwriters. I would say just, keep writing songs, because it's hard and it takes a long time to get good at it. So you got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I wrote a million very terrible songs before I wrote any good ones. And then I still write mostly bad ones. And then I just don't release the bad ones. So that's always my advice, is to keep, just keep doing it. Like, keep learning, keep improving. What's everybody been watching since the last time I saw you? Did everybody do Tiger King yet? Can we talk about Tiger King? Or do people want us to not spoil it for them? Because, I'm curious. So tell me what you're watching, if you have recommendations. We're most of the way through Succession right now. We're watching Succession. Before that, we did watch Tiger King, and our brains exploded. So I'm going to play a song from the new album, Bone Structure. It's called Wait and See. Comment with what you're watching. I'm curious. Cursing teenage Marines till the TJ police came and broke up the scene. Damn the stars, they seem brighter down here. Haven't looked up in years since I left where I'm from. Remembering St. Augustine wasn't quite 23, with a bag full of secrets in a maze of concrete and a busted lip. I came by honestly. What will become of me? I guess we'll just wait and see. Headed south and saying at us again, carried slow by the wind, broke as I've ever been, buried deep. All the beauty I keep, drank tequila so cheap that they should have paid me. Then I woke up alone with my hand on the phone and nobody to call who invited me back home. Was I chased all this way by my chemistry? What will become of me? I guess we'll just wait and see. I've come down off the cross. Sometimes we all get lost. I'm so sick of myself. Can't afford what it costs to be drowned in a sea of my memory. What will become of me? I guess we'll just wait and see. Thank you. That is Wait and See, which is on my new album Bone Structure, which just came out a few weeks ago. I encourage you to get that on my website. Pick it up. There's a link to my merch.
A lot of people are watching Onward.
Onward.
Yeah, it's that one that Taylor watched.
Ah.
Yeah, we gotta watch it.
Okay, Onward. It's going on the list. But yeah, please grab the new record on the website. We also have, are those notebooks on the website?
The little ones, yes.
Oh, give me one. With these little notebooks, look at how handy.
Pocket notebooks.
Little pocket notebooks, and they have little moons. I don't know if you can see these. They have little moons on them. I think this. I didn't know that we made these at all. They're the handy dandiest little things. Oh.
Faces of the moon, like faces of life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what bone structure is all about.
Yeah, faces of the moon, like faces of life. Exactly. So that's on the website too. I opened up a box the other day and I was like, what's this? Oh, look at these. I honest to God, had no idea that we made those. There's lots of stuff like that. Like, I don't get around the merch all the time. It's like,
Guess who does know?
You do.
I know.
Yeah. Here's a question. I'm curious about this. So I had this really incredible, the most fun or most exciting thing that has happened to me in the last number of weeks is that we have learned that my daughter really loves turtles, as I was saying. And now she'll request videos of turtles. She gets really stoked about turtles. And so that's in this very ridiculous and upsetting time, and it's miserable and there's so much bad in it. That's been kind of the coolest thing that's happened to me, the nicest thing, the most positive thing. So I'm curious if anybody has any surprisingly good or positive things that have happened to them in the last couple of weeks. So put those in the comments because I'm looking for bright spots. It's pretty in this incredibly dark time. So comment on good things that have happened to you, happy things, positive things. And by the way, for everybody that just got here, I'm Ron Pope. These are live and in Sweatpants. I've been doing, this is the 9th one of these shows. The shows are free, but if you'd like to, you can buy some merch on my website. You can send some money on Venmo or PayPal for a ticket, but you don't have to. We're all just hanging out, having a drink. I'm singing songs. And please send in requests and tell me, do you write your songs in a special place, like a special book? Or do you just use whatever you can find? The only, over the last number of years, I have used this notebook. It says my name on the front. It's a little, this is a little notebook holder. And then the company that makes the notebooks themselves, it's called Graphic Image.
Yeah, Graphic Image.
Graphic Image. And you got me this as a gift at some point.
Yeah.
And so Blair gave me this as a gift at some point. And then I always use, this is ridiculous, but my pen died once, and I was I had one pen in my notebook in my book bag. And so I went into a store in Stockholm that had these pens. And they're not fancy pens. These pens are I think they were €2 or two whatever, something, very inexpensive, a normal price, for a pen. There's rubber gripped pens. What is that store called? Do you remember?
I can't pronounce it. It's Ordning and Rita or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And so I just by chance bought one of those pens, and then it kind of became a tradition. I would go back and buy a pen every time I would go, I'd be in Stockholm, I would go buy a pen. But they stopped making them. So at some point, I guess I'm going to have to get a different pen. But, maybe I won't write songs anymore, so maybe I don't need another songwriting pen. You don't know? You don't know if I'm going to write songs anymore? It's magic. Maybe it'll stop. We don't know. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say, I'm sure I'm going to keep writing songs.
They might be bad.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Any plans to come to Northern Virginia? Are you going to come to Norway? I don't know where I'm going to go. I have no idea where I'm going to go.
I'd say after this we want to go literally everywhere.
Yeah, I want to go everywhere. I can't go
to Target.
I can't go to Target. I can't.
For fun. We could go if we had a necessary thing.
Yeah, if it was a crisis.
But I want to go to just look at shoes and stuff.
Or buy Christmas lights or whatever. You can't do anything. Yeah, I want to come to Northern Virginia. I want to go everywhere. I want to come to your house.
That's creepy.
Not to your house specifically. Anybody's house.
Don't be weird.
I'm not being weird.
I'm being weird.
You're being weird. I don't know. All right. Songs. Let's see. After this, I'm never showing up late to a party ever again, somebody said. I like it. Somebody said, I'm never showing up late to a party again. I saw a writer in Nashville was saying, when this is over, like, I'm coming, every industry event where you got a cheese platter, I'm coming over. What's it for? I don't care. Please do keep sending song requests, by the way. If you have requests, I would love to check them out. Another quick question for everybody who has seen Tiger King. This is a no spoilers situation, but I am curious. So this, I can ask it without spoilers. Do you think that Carol did it?
Oh, they've already been discussing.
Well, I want to hear everybody weigh in here. Do you think that Carol did it or no? I find that now I'm always listening. God knows I used to talk so much. The ocean doesn't need the sailor. The sky was there before the doves. I spoke in riddles and in rhymes, but my time with you has taught me to simplify. You're not quite what I pictured you would be. You're better than my wildest dream. I won't leave you when you're sleeping. I will be here when you awake. 'Cause I got ghosts and I've got demons. They will not chase me away. 'Cause I've been waiting all my life for some reason I never could describe. You're not quite what I pictured you would be. You're better than my wildest dreams. I'm not sure what I could give you, but every man is yours to take. I have never been a teacher, but let's both learn from my mistakes. 'Cause it has taken me so long to surrender what I hope no one could see. You're not quite what I pictured you would be. You're better than my wildest dreams. You're not quite what I pictured you would be. You're better than my wildest dreams. Thank you. That is My Wildest Dreams from my new album, Bone Structure. That is the first song that I ever wrote about my daughter after she was born. I wrote that in sweatpants in this very room. It's a true story.
Somebody asked what Frankie's favorite song is. Doesn't have to be yours.
Oh, well, she doesn't like any of my songs. She doesn't care because she's a baby. Her favorite songs are Casey and the Sunshine Band's Shake Your Booty. She requests that, Shake Your Booty, very regularly. If you don't know, that one is a disco classic. She really likes disco because babies like to dance, and so she likes she likes Shake Your Booty a lot. Like, she'll request it by name. She likes the Hokey Pokey like a ton, but she won't really do the Hokey Pokey so much.
She wants to hear it,
Yeah,
which is so weird.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like, some people, it's like,
She just wants to put it on and relax. To
yeah,
the Hokey Pokey.
yeah. She puts on the Hokey Pokey, and then she just, she just vibes out to it. What else is she like right now? She sings like a medley. She has realized that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and the alphabet song are the same melody, and so she sings them like as a medley a lot of the times. And then sometimes she'll go off into Happy Birthday, which is not the same melody, to be clear. If you're at home following along.
She also tells people Happy Birthday just all the time.
Yeah, she'll see a squirrel. Sometimes she'll be like, Happy Birthday, squirrel. So that's a kind of a fun thing she's doing.
She set it to a house the other day.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Happy birthday, house. I'm like, good for you, kid. You know what? Who's that songwriter guy who tells people happy birthday when he sees them? I forget that guy's name, but yeah, there's a songwriter that does that who's like, a grown man. And so, yeah, why did you choose the moon? She likes Baby Shark, but she isn't super into Baby Shark right this second. She's less into it. We would sit at the piano and Baby Shark, do, like all day. We did a bunch of that, but she's like less into it now.
The moon.
So there's a song on the new album called "Stuck on the Moon." First of all, and so the tour that we were on that just got canceled, it was called the "Stuck on the Moon" tour. And we talked about like the phases of moon, the phases of the moon, the phases of life. The record is my new album, Bone Structure, is all the songs are directed at my daughter. We had this really scary experience while I was in the middle of making the album. These crazy dudes in masks attacked this car right after I got out of it. And so the driver called me. It was really, really scary. Like, I was just getting dropped off from the airport, and he called me, and he was like, I just got attacked by these people. And it just really scared the bejesus out of us. It was really horrifying. And so then I decided that I started to think about, like, how short our lives are and how anything could take you away from your family. And I decided to make a record that was really pointed directly at her. So all the songs are me speaking to her directly about my experience being her father, or stories from my own life that have some kind of like lesson or moral in them. And so I basically started from scratch, making a new record at that point. And so, we're talking about the phases of life. I talk about my childhood and coming of age and the confusion of being a young adult, and then becoming, getting married, becoming a father. And so, for me, that's like such a central thing of the phases of life, and the phase of the moon. That's such a central part of like what we're doing here, what we're talking about within the Bone Structure album. And so that's why. Let's see what else. What? When are you going to be on the tiny desk? From your lips to God's ears. Yes. When are you going to add some more mics and interface to this setup? Nah.
We're trying.
I don't want to do that at all, though. I have no interest in that.
We're trying. Like, this is not.
Yeah, this is definitely.
This is maybe not the best.
This is definitely not the most functional way to do this. But like, I'm not trying to make a YouTube setup in my house. Like, I'm just here waiting out the storm. Like, I'm just hanging out, singing songs. I'm not trying to make this complicated. Because I'm just doing this, because it's fun. I know people are having fun at home. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make this like I'm playing at Carnegie Hall. Let's see. What inspired you to start writing songs? I don't know. I was kind of always doing it. I was always kind of writing songs. Like as a little kid, even I was kind of like always like writing little poems, and I was always singing. So it just kind of was very natural for me. Like I just always been writing songs. So, somebody asked what my karaoke go-to is. I do not karaoke. I don't like to sing. Like I don't like to get drunk and sing. And I feel like getting drunk is such a like you have to be like really loose in karaoke. I'm not like, I don't know. I wouldn't go out and get drunk and run sprints either. Same kind of idea. We're talking about life, the phases of life. And so this song from Bone Structure is called Back Together Again. And it's about the kind of point of our, life where we are now, like the kind of all-in kind of love where you're like, okay, we're gonna walk this path together. And the universe puts all these things in your path to try to drive you apart, and you just got to kind of find your way back together. I was actually talking to my grandparents about this the other day. They're like trapped in their little condo together, and they're like, we're talking, and I was like, that's really neat. That's fun, like you're always having to figure out how to come together as a couple if you stay together long enough. They've been together 60 years, so this is Back Together Again from my new album, Bone Structure. That is Back Together Again from my new album, Bone Structure. What?
Sound like an infomercial.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's like I've realized this as I was going through the process of, for the first 6 shows of these,
What's going on?
the first 6 shows I did the same. I did different songs every time. Like I did no repeats for 6 shows. I played 60 songs over the course of the 6 of them, and it was interesting going through all of these. But it made me realize just how many songs there are, because that wasn't even like, it's like not even half of the songs that that are on the records that I've put out over the years. And so I realized I should be telling people the names of the songs, because I don't even know some of them. Like I had to learn a lot of them to do that. So that's why I did that. And so anyway, let's see. So for those of you just showing up, this is live and in Sweatpants, where I'm hanging out in my house in my pajamas. This is the 9th one. I'm going to do one tomorrow, right?
In the daytime.
In the daytime, because people in Europe have been requesting that we play during the day here, because it's in the evening there. So we're going to play at 12:30 Central Time tomorrow. 12:30 Central, so 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern.
6:30.
No, that's 17:30 Greenwich Mean Time. But I know, in London, as a for instance, the time did change. It is a different time, but Greenwich Mean Time doesn't have daylight savings, so that's 5 hours ahead of us.
I don't know. I live today on the world clock thing.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. That's a thing that I learned at some point. Yeah, right now, England, the UK is on British summertime.
Right, we only have time for one more. Or not.
Cool.
Well, Instagram runs out.
I know Instagram runs out. So, all right, so I'm going to play one more song. If you would like to, buy a ticket, Venmo, PayPal, that's on there. Please stop by my website, buy merch. We have these sweatshirts with the cinnamon here with my RP initials. This is cool. We have a bunch of sizes in that because people have been asking for sweatshirts. We have those. You're better than my wildest dreams mugs but we're running low on those. I see a request. Try one more of these. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your Saturday night. My blood runs red from the streets to the sewers, to the blue black ocean. I'm caught in the tide, but I don't mind if you don't mind. Wash away the filth of the city, and I lose myself here right before your eyes. But I don't mind if you don't mind. Well, I'm alright. I'm alright, I'm alright, I don't mind if you don't mind. I'm alright, I'm alright. Watch the rain fall clean from the heavens as the skies fall open and I search for a sign. But I don't mind if you don't mind. Collecting dust in lines on the pavement in the sweet surrender. Running out of time, but I don't mind if you don't mind. Well, I'm alright, I'm alright, I'm alright. I don't mind if you don't mind. I'm alright, I'm alright. I wish that you could see all that's left of me. This land of broken dreams. Still try to leave, but I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. I don't Rewind if you don't mind from the New England sessions. Thank you all for tuning in to Live and in Sweatpants. I will do this again tomorrow at 12:30 Central Time. I encourage you, if you are bored, to tune in. That is why I'm doing this. It is nice for me to have something normal to do, and I sing songs, and I like that. It seems to be making people happy. So tune in for the 10th edition tomorrow. Thank you all. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.